So guess where I've been, guys? Just been to see Black Panther. Here's my review.
I have seen gods fly. I've seen men build weapons that I couldn't even imagine. I've seen aliens drop from the sky.
Yeah.
But I have never seen anything like this. How much more are you hiding?
Hold up. Let's go.
What's going on, guys? So today I've been to see Black Panther. I just got back from the cinema, and today's Valentine's Day, so it's pretty cool. I've got a girlfriend that will go and see a superhero film with me on Valentine's Day. So yeah, thought I wanted to come straight out. I wasn't going to do a review on this. I sort of calmed down on doing film reviews, but I've come out of this film and I was just like, I've got to just do a quick review of this. So it's going to be spoiler free, no spoilers. I'm not going to go into everything. You know, if people want to know my thoughts on anything that's spoilery, you can DM me on Twitter, whatever. But this will just be spoiler free. Okay, so straight off the bat, this film for me breaks the mould of a superhero film. Much like Ant-Man did, but Ant-Man was completely different. This, again, is really different to a lot of the other superhero films. A lot of people going into this, people that had already seen it have been saying on the internet it's the best superhero film since The Dark Knight. Is that true? I mean, it's good. I mean, The Dark Knight for me isn't quite a superhero film either. The Dark Knight for me is, you know, the premise of The Dark Knight. I'm going off on a tangent, but the premise of The Dark Knight for me, those Christopher Nolan movies, was less of a superhero film. It's more set in real life. Everything was more realistic, a realistic take on a Batman. So I don't really class that as a superhero film for me. So if we stick this with the Marvel universe, it's very different to all the Marvel films. It really stands out on its own for many reasons. You know, the political side of things, the technology side of things is really awesome. The traditional Africa that we see in it, and the villain, very different to what we've seen in most other films. The soundtrack, very good. So let's just get into those things a little bit more, and then I'll tell you what I thought of it. So yeah, it breaks the mould from other Marvel movies, other traditional superhero style movies. How I would class this movie, I'm not entirely sure what I would class it as at all. I mean, Ant-Man's very different from a lot of the other superhero films like Captain America, Spider-Man, all those. I'd class that as more of a heist movie. With this one, I really don't know where it stands. You know, what I'd class it as. It's a superhero film. It's very different. There is a lot of focus on politics, a lot of focus on sort of people that are less fortunate than others, and helping those. And it's a lot of it's about traditional values, a lot of traditional Africa and tribes and stuff. So yeah, it's really interesting film. This film is an extravaganza of technology. So in Wakanda, if you've seen the previous films, you know, we've had a sneak peek of it in the end of Civil War. And Wakanda's basically a secret, a country shrouded in secrecy, and everyone thinks they're a third world country, but they've got a lot of technology. I'm not spoiling anything there, it's in the trailer and whatnot. And basically they've kept that secret for many years. Some of the weapons and technology we see in this film are really outstanding. Really cool stuff in this film, and most of that is Black Panther's sister, Shuri. Now, I really enjoyed her, played by Letitia Wright. Really liked her character. I think it was really cool. It was really cool how this king pretty much put the hands of all the building, the technology and the science and everything was in the hands of this really young girl, his sister. And I thought she was a really interesting, really cool character. Okay, so getting to the main character, because I've completely bypassed him. Chadwick Boseman comes back as Black Panther. We first saw him in Civil War, and again he impresses. He's physically impressive. I think he comes across quite sort of regal as a king. He's very convincing, I think, both as a king and as a superhero and a fighter. Some of the scenes in it, action scenes in it, are brilliant. Really was sucked into him and his cause and his life. I really did feel, you know, for him. On the other hand, the villain, we use villain in inverted quotes, played by Michael B. Jordan, Eric Killmonger. I liked him. I really liked him. He was actually probably the best thing about this film, and not to say that the other parts of the film are in any way bad, because they're all good, but I really thought he was the best thing about this film. I believed, again, in his story. I felt really sorry for him and what had happened in his life and what had driven him to do the things he does in the film. You know, not that they're right what he does, but as opposed to other villains where you completely want the hero to beat them. At times I really felt sorry for him, and I really didn't want him to be, you know, beaten or whatever in the end. But then he went about it completely the wrong way, and what he wanted to do was not in any way the right thing to do, regardless of what's happened to you in your life. But again, I really liked him. He was charismatic. I thought it was impressive. Really, I really liked his character and what happened, the progression with him and the story. And yeah, really liked him. Right, I'm going to butcher some of these names. We've got Lupita Nyong'o. I think that's how you say it. She plays Nakia. She's like the love interest for Black Panther. And yeah, she was quite an interesting character. I liked her. She was quite like a noble character. Been off helping people and came back. We've got Danai Gurira, who we'll know from The Walking Dead as Michonne. She plays Okoye. Again, butchering the names, sorry. She was like the general of the Black Panther's like guard. She was a cool character. Another character I really liked was Martin Freeman, who played Everett Ross, the CIA agent. We saw him in Civil War. Really liked his character. I really liked his part in this movie. Didn't go the typical sort of CIA spy route, you know, where he's gonna double cross anyone, or, you know, Black Panther puts his trust in him, and they actually have a good relationship, and he has a good relationship with all the characters in the sort of team or whatever, Black Panther, and really liked him as a character. I thought he was really good. Martin Freeman's a brilliant British actor. I really like him and everything he does, really. We had the return of Andy Serkis as Claw. Again, we saw him in Age of Ultron. This time he's sporting a new sort of robotic arm. It's pretty cool. The scenes that he's in are pretty cool. When they're in South Korea, chasing after him, I thought that the chase scene in that was brilliant. It's like really stylized, going across this bridge in Busan. Sort of all like pinks and purples going on. Really cinematically spectacular, I thought. Really enjoyed that part of the movie as well. There's a big battle at the end, as always. You know, you get in most Marvel movies there's a big battle at the end, big fight scenes, really good again, some really cool stuff in it that I do not want to mention because that will be a spoiler, but trust me, there's some really cool bits and stuff in that big fight at the end, so look forward to that. And yeah, so if you're going to watch the movie, if you haven't seen the movie yet, do wait till the end of the credits. There's again 2 more scenes. You've got one mid-credits scene and one right at the end of the credits. The one right at the end of the credits is the better scene, so wait till the end for that. So next film up is Infinity War. So I am super pumped for Infinity War. Really excited to see where they're going to go with this. I do have somewhat of a feeling that the first movie with this is going to everything's going to get wrecked and destroyed by Thanos, and then I heard rumours, I don't know if there will be some time travel elements in it and they might go back and have to change things. Maybe that's how they'll go, maybe they won't, I don't know, but from that Infinity War trailer I am pumped for that. So yeah, really looking forward to that as well. Oh, and one more note about the movie, the soundtrack was brilliant, and I'm really not the sort of person who's into sort of hip-hop R&B music. I used to listen to a little bit of like Tupac and Biggie and NWA back in the day when I was a teenager, but now I'm sort of more into rock and stuff like that. But the soundtrack, it's Kendrick Lamar, the soundtrack. Some of the songs in that and the beats in that really went well with the film. Really got you excited and sort of in the mood for it. I don't know how to explain it, but the soundtrack was really good, really complimentary to the film, really good. So definitely worth checking out. So my thoughts overall, the movie, it's brilliant. Where would it rank in my Marvel movies? Well, I have done a top 10 Marvel movies video a long time ago, about a year and a half ago. It's somewhere on my channel, somewhere, if you want to find it. After watching this and before Infinity War comes out, I think I'm going to do a new ranking of the movies in like every movie in order, so look forward to that video coming up soon. I will do that, so I won't tell you exactly where I rank this one amongst the Marvel movies. It's pretty high, I will tell you that. So overall, I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10, a solid 9 out of 10. I've already looked online, and Metacritic have given it 87%, and Rotten Tomatoes have given it 97%. I mean, that's crazy. They're really quite harsh, the critics, on these sorts of films. So that just goes to show that it is pretty good. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, you haven't got out to see it. I mean, it's only been out a couple of days, so you probably haven't. Get out and watch it. It is really, really good. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope I haven't spoiled anything for you. I don't think I have. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Leave some comments in the comment section below about about any Marvel stuff in general, anything about the movie, the MCU. If you've seen Black Panther, if you want to leave any spoiler-free sort of comments about it, what you thought of it, please do. Anything you want really, just leave it in the comment section below. And yeah, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel for more movie reviews, more movie content, more nostalgia retro content, and more collectibles like Funko Pops and stuff. So yeah, if any of that interests you, food reviews too, then please subscribe to the channel and then hit the bell notification button as well. That will notify you when I upload my latest video. Okay guys, thanks for joining me again, and I hope to see you next time. Take it easy.
Let's have some fun. The revolution will be live.